morning, all of you. Today, let's come and read a short poem composed by Robert Frost. The title of the poem is Dust of Snow. This is a very small poem. Even though very small, it is highly meaningful. And you will be surprised to know that in this poem, the poet has not taken any important objects of nature. Rather, he has taken some insignificant objects like a crow and a hemlock tree. Through this poem, the poet wants to convey us a message that every object of nature has some sort of meaning and significance. Nature teaches us, nature gives us solace, nature gives us ample pleasure, and every object of nature has some sort of significance. Let's come and enjoy the poem. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I have lived. You see, the poem is only 8 lines. Usually a crow is taken as a bad omen or bad shimmer. In the similar way, hemlock tree is also a poisonous tree. You will be surprised why the poet has taken such objects like hemlock tree or such birds like crow as the subject matter of his poem. He could have taken the birds like sparrow, nightingale, and trees like apple, oak, or maple. But why did he take hemlock tree and crow? Actually, they symbolize our sadness, our gloom. Okay? So the way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow, actually snow particles. The snow particles are so small that he has compared them with dust particles. Actually, the way a crow shook down on me, actually the poet was in a dejected mood. One day he was in a dejected mood and he was standing under a hemlock tree, and in the meantime what happened? A crow just sat on the branch of the tree. And how did the crow shake the hemlock tree, that is the branches of the hemlock tree? That is not mentioned here. Okay? But whatever it may be, when the branches of the tree shook, when the crow perched on the branch, some dust particles, because it was winter season, and winter season is also symbolic of sadness, and some dust particles fell on the poet, maybe on his shoulder or maybe on his hand. The poet means to say that he was in a dejected mood, he was in a sad mood, in a gloomy mood. Okay? And suddenly what happened, when the dust particles fell on him, his mood changed instantly. There was an uplift of mood from gloom to glee, from dejection to happiness, and has given my heart a change of mood. Instantly what happened, when the dust particles, the snow flakes fell upon him, the poet's mood changed, and the poet felt happy and enjoyed the moment and saved some part of a day I had rued. Rued means wasted or handled. Probably the poet was thinking that the whole day will be wasted because he was in a gloomy mood. But strangely enough, when the snow particles fell upon him, the gloom suddenly gave place to glee. The poet's mood was completely changed, and the remaining part of the day was saved. So once again, let me just tell you, the poet was actually standing under a hemlock tree, and he was in a gloomy mood, in a sad mood, and in the meantime, a crow just shook down the branches of the tree. Some dust particles fell upon him, and the moment the dust particles fell upon him, the poet's mood was completely changed. And it means that every object of nature, whatever we consider to be insignificant, can give us a change of mood, and we should not consider any object of nature as insignificant or unwanted. And you will be just looking here, observing here, that the whole poem is of 8 lines, but there is no punctuation mark at the end of every line. You see, that means the thought continues the whole poem, throughout the poem, and the line continues till the end. There is only a full stop in the end. So this is known as enjambment. Okay, this is known as enjambment. The poet has made the whole poem an enjambment by using no full stops or comma or any other punctuation marks up to the end of each line. And another figure of speech which has been used here, you see, has given my heart. Has heart. This is alliteration. Alliteration, as you already know, is a poetic device in which the speech sound is repeated in a sequence of nearby words. Okay, and the poet has used these two figures of speech here. I hope you have understood the poem. The poem is very small, but it is highly meaningful. The next day we shall just read another poem, and till then, goodbye.